Thank you, Deacon Kent. Our next speaker joins us all the way from Des Moines. I am pleased to have Kenia Calderon, community DACA recipient and community leader in Iowa.
Oh, it's not on. Can you hear me? No, it's fine. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you to Myra for organizing such an important event. I gotta tell you a secret. This is the first time in 7 years that I tell my story publicly. So, and you may be wondering, well, what have you been doing in the last 7 years, right? Before 2015, I was very active in our community. I was a huge advocate for the undocumented immigrant community, for my fellow DACA recipients. I was granted DACA when I was 19 years old, and I am now 29, even though I like to think that I still look 19. And the last 10 years with the program, as I try to find a way to describe what has happened, I just imagine a roller coaster of uncertainty, and that uncertainty, testing, perfect. And that uncertainty is what drove me to go back into the shadows. Because even though I've had great success and I owe DACA so much of my accomplishments in the state of Iowa, it has also been very scary to be a DACA recipient. I was born and raised in El Salvador. I came to Iowa in 2005 when I was 11 with my family. And raise your hand if you're a parent. Okay, good portion. I ask you to think about what wouldn't you do for your children? I guarantee you, most of you would do anything to keep them safe. So that's why every single day I am grateful that my parents made the decision to bring us to the United States. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. But this country has opened, especially Iowa, especially our state, has opened so many doors for immigrants and refugees throughout the years, and we can continue to do so. I grew up in Des Moines. I went to school at Drake University. I was able to graduate. And DACA gave me a work authorization to be able to pay for my schooling out of pocket. My siblings also graduated from college, and next month I'm going to be starting my MBA program at Drake University as well. Woo! Ooh, wow. And as Myra mentioned, there are approximately 2,000 DACA recipients in the state of Iowa. But the impact goes beyond just 2,000 individuals. DACA recipients are not teenagers anymore, at least the original group of DACA recipients. We have DACA recipients that are in their late 30s. Some may even have children that are in college themselves. So when we think of DACA recipients, I ask that you no longer think of the children and the faces we saw 10 years ago. I ask that you think of parents working every single day to provide for their families. I ask that you think of individuals like myself that continue their education to improve and be leaders in the different sectors of our state. But I also ask that you think of every single youth that was left out of the program when the program was rescinded back in 2015. On September 5th, 2015, the program began its battle and where the uncertainty came back again. So when immigrants talk about living in fear, it's not just something we say because it sounds nice or because we think it's going to get people to vote in our favor. It means that every single day when we leave our homes, we don't know if we're going to return. We don't know if we're going to be pulled over, and that's the last time we'll see our parents. We don't know, or we can't even plan for our future because the program could end at any time. It means that our eyes twitch more than often, that we're always clenching our jaws. It means that even telling our story in public places causes us to shake, to our heart to race, because we don't know what that's going to do for ourselves and our families. So think about everything that is possible if we have our elected officials to support not just 2,000 DACA recipients in our state, but every single person in the lives of those 2,000 individuals. If we multiply that by 3 or 4, we can start to see it's a bigger picture. DACA recipients and their families are a very important part of our state. And we need them as much as we need you. So it truly means a lot to have your support, because I know all of you will take the message that you hear today and share it with others. We can't wait any longer for a solution. We have been waiting for almost over 10 years. And that's just DACA recipients. We have immigrants that have been living in the United States for over 30 years without a legal status. We can't wait any longer. Right now, the reality is that we have DACA recipients in our city, Scott County. Let's just focus on Scott County. I guarantee you there are DACA recipients that have less than 12 months with their work authorization valid. And what's going to happen after that? What's going to happen when our work permits, when our DACA status expires? How will we show up for the community? It starts today. Thank you.